Good afternoon, everyone. I bring you peace from the throne of grace. I just want to take up this time to make you have a reminder of the few things that we have to understand before we cross over into 2021. And when I was growing up as a child, there has been many things that I've heard, and these have really guided me, which I call experiences. And this thing has to do with the information that is being spread or shared in order to give you a blueprint on how you're going to live your life. Mind you, nothing is going to change if you don't change your mind. The reason why you are going to have a transformation is as a result that, first of all, your mind has been feed with the right information. So what am I trying to say? The right information will bring in transformation. So when your mind is being fed with the right information and you apply this into your life and into your environment and into your belief systems, this thing is going to disrupt how things are going to turn out for you. Let me say this, that if the purpose of a thing is not known, failure is inevitable. If the purpose of a thing is not known, chaos is inevitable. If the purpose of a thing is not known, dramas are inevitable. What am I trying to say? 2021 will not be great if you don't try to change your mind. You know, the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So you are equal to your thought. That's what the Bible is saying. Your transformation in life is tied to the level of transformation that has happened in your mind. Now, your world cannot be transformed when your mind is not transformed. Now, what is purpose? The reason, just to summarize the word purpose, the reason. Purpose is the reason. The reason why you are doing what you are doing. That is what we call purpose. And how many of you have identified with the reason of your creation? How many of you have identified the reason why you are going to that church, why you are doing that job, why you are hanging out with friends, why you are buying those things you are buying? Do you really understand the reason? Do you really understand the purpose? So that's why I said from the beginning, when the purpose of a thing is not known, then abuse is inevitable. What am I trying to say? The growth that you seek for as a believer, as a child of God, the change you have been yearning for is buried inside of your thought. That's why the Bible says, like I said earlier, that the mind cannot be transformed when the right information is not being implanted into your thought. So, the thinking capacity you have today is given to you by the Creator. Now, how many of you have admonished the time or have taken the time to turn back to God and say, God, I'm very grateful for these things that you have given to me, but I just want to know why you have called me to be this. I just want to know why you have created me to be this. I just want to know, what should I do with this thing that you have given me? You know, sometimes your gift we make a way for you. That's what the Bible says. Now, how many of you knows your gift? How many of you walk in your gift? How many of you walk according to your gift? How many of you even know the requirement of sustenance of your gift? And how many of you have improved the gift that God has given to you? These are many questions that we have to ask ourselves as we are going into 2021, because 2021 can still be like 2020 if we are not careful. Now, I always tell people people. To be careful is to be full of God and be taken care of by God. Now, when you are born into this world, you have to understand that something brought you into this place. So you will always have to understand that you have to connect to the source in order for you to know the purpose of your creation. I just want to say this to somebody this morning, that greatness is not far from you. You are far from greatness. Greatness is right in front of you, but you are not seeing it. Because number one, before you have to get all the material things that you are craving and asking God for, have you created time? Have you created time to ask God, I just want to know myself. You know, there is a song which we always sing in the church. The more I know you, is the more I want to know you, Jesus, and more of you. How many of you really know yourself? You can't know the things that God has in store for you when you have not connected to God, when you have not taken time to connect to the Creator. You can be a very good dancer, but because of distraction, you have ignored that gift. You can be a very good writer. Because of distraction, you have ignored that gift. You can be a very good communicator. Because of distraction, you have ignored all of that. You are paying attention to the problems in the world, and you are not taking time to pay attention to your own problems, which is the self problems. Until you solve the self problems, you cannot solve the problems of the world. I just want you to get that straight. The problems of this world cannot be solved if you have not first of all conquered your own problems. I don't know who I'm talking to this afternoon. This is a message coming to you. Next year can be an amazing year if you have take our time and just sit down and say, I want to meditate on these things that really are giving me a challenge. Joshua 1 verse 8, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but they shall meditate on it day and night. When you were created for a reason. It is your duty for you to ask God, I want to know the reason why I was created. And then when you know the reason for your existence, you will not allow distraction to take you away from that thing that God has created you for. I just want to tell anyone hearing the sound of my voice this afternoon that your tomorrow is not far from you. The truth is you are far from your tomorrow. You are far from your tomorrow. Now, your tomorrow can be closer to you when you are closer to yourself. The truth will come. Everything that you need to become who God has created you to be is inside of you. And can I tell you something, child of God? You can decide today and say, I want to have the best future. You can decide today, this minute, and say, I want to have an amazing life. You can decide today and say, no, I don't want to pay attention to the problems of this world. I just want to solve the problems within me. And then when you make this decision, the glory of God will definitely bring transformation, bring change, bring abundance into your well-being. And now I want to say this. If my private world is in order, it will be because I absorb the word of Christ into my attitude, into my character, and into my word. When the mind is all right, your life will be all right. When you have deposited the right thought into your mind, then your word will be all right. Your word will be okay. I leave you with this word of encouragement. 2021 is waiting for you. You are not waiting for 2021. It is what you put out there. That is what you will get. That is why the Bible says faith without work is dead. So when you have a belief system and you have the tenacity and the capacity to work according to what you believe, you will definitely reap those rewards. So what you put out into 21 will determine the level of success you will have in 2021. I speak peace of rejuvenation, and I speak the ability for you to metamorphose the things that God has put into your DNA. Greatness is in you. You are already born great. It is up to you to put those greatness out in order to get those things that comes with giving. Give the world the things that God has given you and reap the reward from the world. That is my advice for you. God bless you and hope we'll see next time. Bye.